Hi everyone, welcome back to Jody Ann's Kitchen Food for Thought. I did have a little bit of feedback from some folks who were asking about recipe demonstrations and so on. I don't know if I'm quite ready to do that kind of videotaping, but um, going back to my previous video about ways that you can make salad dressings easily, I thought I'd do a little show and tell. Maybe that will help. I talked a lot about balsamic vinegar. And for those of you who maybe haven't bought it or weren't sure what it was, this is the typical looking balsamic vinegar. As you can see, it's very dark, it's very potent, and it's one of the main ingredients that I use when I do make salad dressings. There are also lighter balsamic vinegars like this one. This one's called Golden. There are a number of different brands out there. So if you're in the store and you're looking and you've tried balsamic vinegar and think, oh my gosh, that's pretty strong, even in a dressing combination, it is strong. It's the basic flavor underneath everything. You might want to try this. It's really delicious. And the third option is that you can buy infused balsamic vinegars, um, either white or gold or the original, that are infused with all different kinds of flavors. You can usually find these like at an olive oil store. My personal favorite right now is, I don't promote or endorse any companies, but this one you can see is from the olive scene. I think they have multiple stores. I ordered it online, but it is a white balsamic infused with cranberry and pear. And I got it last year around Thanksgiving, so it may have just been for the holidays, but it's fantastic. It is so good that I can just put this alone on my salad, and it's just amazing. The cranberry and pear are kind of like sweet and tart, and then you've got the vinegar. So anyway, this is, another option. But what you can do to make one of these dressings is I often just take like a measuring cup, pour some balsamic vinegar in. I put in a squirt of mustard, but you can also use Dijon mustard, whatever spicy mustard you might like, and then some real maple syrup, pure maple syrup from hopefully, a local farm or someplace that makes it direct from the trees, and there's no corn syrup or maple flavors or anything. It's just 100% pure maple syrup or date powder or agave. And you can just put everything in here and whisk it up with a little fork. You don't even need a whisk. And then stick your finger in and taste it. And if it's too tart, put some more maple syrup in. If it's not zingy enough, add a little more vinegar or mustard. And then you can pour it on your salad and you're good to go. It doesn't take very long. And there's not a whole lot of cleanup from it, just your container. The other thing is when we come to salads, one of my favorite things is I make salads up ahead for the week. And here's one that I just took out of my fridge. I usually make probably 5 at a time. Um, I have these wide mouth mason jars. I bought a set of 6 with these fun multicolored lids. I bought it online. I think it was Amazon, but you can also get mason jars at Walmart. If you get the wide mouth, then what you can do is put all your salad ingredients in here. And I start at the bottom with the hard items, like I have grated carrots, celery, and peppers. You can see a little bit of everything. The hard items, heavy items in the bottom. Then tear up your washed lettuce and greens. You can have several different kinds. Put those in on top. I like to buy mixed greens, and everything I buy is grown hydroponically locally, so I know it's not going to have the same risk as some of these big lettuce chains that everybody's hearing about. But I'll also buy maybe a bagged lettuce mix, like one that's got dill in it, or it's got a variety of other kinds of greens or herbs in it. And I'll put some of the regular lettuce in and some of that. And then when it's time to eat, you dump this upside down into a bowl, and it fills up a pretty good sized bowl. This is not your side salad. This is a full meal kind of salad. Then if you want to add, I add vegan cheese, tofu, um, nuts, seeds, toppings. You can add those in at the time that you're eating the salad. Don't put those in while it's in the fridge because those things will tend to get soggy and weigh down the lettuce and squish it. So it's really quite the time saver, because if you've got your cutting board and your carrots and celery and all your items out, you just do this like once a week. Cut everything up. I make a salad for that day and put it in a bowl, and put a lid on it and save that too. And then I'll make these other five. And then each day when I want a salad, whether it's, lunch or dinner, I can just grab one and I'm ready to go. And I don't have an excuse like, oh, that's a lot of work to take 8 things out of the refrigerator and prep a salad. It's ready to go. And I mean, even if you have unexpected company, you can take one of these out and divide the ingredients equally between two smaller bowls, and you've got two side salads. So for a single person, which I am, it's very handy. If you have a family and you're really trying to encourage everybody to eat more salads, you might do this prep and you might make 12 of these, and they're all in the fridge, and then when anybody's hungry, they can just reach in and grab one, and then they can whisk up their own dressing or use whatever dressings you've got on site, I guess I was going to say. So hopefully those are some fun tips to help you go investigate some options. If you have any questions or suggestions or ideas about what you do that might be helpful to the community, please share those. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye.